This tomb might have the next relic for Nearest, because I haven't gotten one of those in a minute. Am I done with all the books? I am done with all the books. We have no books to read, chat. Oh, I made that mellow milk dish, and I didn't go check the request to see if it was done. We can do a stat up, or we could do the seeds. I don't think I even have any seeds to plant, really.
All right, then.
Bum, 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 bum. Is my only option courage up with Stroll? I think it might be. I think my only option is to up my courage with Stroll. We don't really have anything else to do. You can still reread the books to get extra stats? Why? That's such a weird mechanic to read it again. That's not how it works in Persona. I've had word from the merchant my father knew. Lord Hydron has agreed to the matter of land acquisition. Would you accompany me to meet him when we return to the city? Yeah, dude.
Well,
for now, we'll make the most of the time we have. Sometimes it's best to clear your mind and focus on a single task. Want to hone our weapons. I'll get courage up once. I imagine we eventually need to get a little bit of courage up through something that isn't just bounties. You'll think I'm getting ahead of myself here, but after things settle down, I'd like to live without the sword. But you're so good with it. I admire the idea of a world where monsters and senseless violence don't exist, where nothing is taken from you by others. That's why, one day, I want to restore my ruined hometown to its former glory. And not just mine, all the ruined hometowns. All of them? How about you? I shared my plan. Let's hear yours. What will you do when the fight's over? I'm gonna be king, bro! I guess I want to travel.
So that means...
I think I'd want to travel.
Oh, I see.
To go where the wind takes you, I take it. That does sound nice. I've got to get stronger. Even if the village gets rebuilt, it's all for naught if it's attacked by monsters again. I want to be strong enough to rid this country of monsters, not leave it to spineless army and its incompetent generals. They only have the power to kill those who oppose them. They have no desire to protect their people, just like Lewis.
Look at that.
I want to do something about that too.
Yeah.
I agree. But seeing the state of our country's army, I'm all the more glad you're our captain. Truly. You've resolved to stand on the front line of our fight, so it's... Well, I'm always in the back row. So it's only right that you lead? Ha! Our fight, I say. I forced my way into your mission.
Hey.
I envy you sometimes, you know. Tact with such conviction. How does one become so bold?
Yeah.
I'm only doing what needs to be done, one step at a time.
Right.
Easier said than done. I get so fixated on the past, I lose sight of the present sometimes. You always look forward, and that's what I envy about you. All this to say, I have faith in you. We've more battles ahead, and I'll be counting on you to get us through them. In the end, the king will be determined by what the people think of as justice. They're free to make their choices, but so is the one being chosen. I wonder who it'll end up being after all this.
All right.
Anyway, this sword's shining like new. Let's finish this up. Caring for my weapon has fortified my will to fight and increased my courage. And getting a little extra courage here is fine because I do want to be able to rank up Brigida again soon. I want to save the dog.
It's coming our way!
Boy, a monster with the most peculiar color-changing eyes is clinging to the deck. Deal with it. Is it a chameleon? We better get rid of it fast before Nearest puts our entire journey on hold to buff out any scratches. We cannot allow that beast to make its way into the runner. To the deck with haste.
Hey, would you mind not just barging in on us?
Oh, it's an elemental. Did you say that this thing had eyes? Or did you just say that it changed color?
I leave it to
Pass.
you.
Burn. Yo, how many points do you get if you kill 2 of these? I've only ever run into 1 at a time. Probably not a lot because I'm realizing now these guys are super weak. Hey, stray elements. I defeated 10 elementals. Did you see that? That was spelt wrong. They didn't spell elemental right. Yo, who put these guys here? But you guys also made a paper mache? You sure are. Okay, you're not that made of paper mache. My bad.
I stand.
Oh, I thought you'd be weak to what's her face, Hulkenberg. Not Mudo. No, my flawless. Oh, dang it! I actually should have put way more effort into that in hindsight.
We're clear.
All right, victory is
It wasn't that much point-wise anyway.
The village of Inundo, a small settlement located north of Brylehaven, lies ahead. The industry that once thrived here fell into decline, and now the able-bodied youth dream instead of leaving home. A small population of mostly children and elders remain, and visitors are scarce. The Gauntlet Runner slows to a stop.
Give
No.
me some thought.
Don't interrupt me, Gallica. They're called Elementus, not Elementals. No. I think they were missing an E on the trophy thing. Can I easily check it? Where was that one? Synthesis. Yeah, look, Elementus. they misspelt it. Unless it is spelt Elementus, but I think it's Elementus. They misspelt it. Let's stop, because I need something from here, I think. Inundo. Oh, this makes me think of Rurouni Kenshin.
Just a moment.
Major Rurouni Kenshin vibes. Oi, what's the meaning of this? It's practically a ghost town here. The villagers around here are all like this. Those able to work have gone elsewhere to try and make a living, while the remaining residents live in constant fear of monsters. What a shame. 'Twas my intention to cook something interesting if I came across any unusual ingredients here. That's alright. I think I prefer food that's not overly interesting. It's a bit small, but it looks like they've set up a stall here. Want to talk to
reminds
them?
me.
By the way, weren't you asked to buy a toothbrush of Hygienia? I still can't believe this. Let's see if the store has it. Hello, I need... Ooh, what's a boiling bath bomb? Endurance by 2? Yeah, give me like 10 of those, or 5 of those, I mean, 10k worth. Mellow milk. A toothbrush. I mean, like 2 endurance is a lot. I'll take... I don't know if we'll ever actually use all 8 of these, but I just want to have them on hand.
All right.
We got what we came for. We finished here. Yeah. Wait, back to base? Continue our trip.
Hey,
You're gonna keep traveling, right? Let's head back to the runner. Yes. Yes.
As the sky
Okay.
turns the same muddy color as the land below, the Gauntlet Runner arrives in a quiet land. However, confidence would be ill-advised. Listen carefully for footfalls in the mud, and move at the break of dawn.
They are actually spelt Elementus? That's such a stupid name.
All
What
right.
a dumb name. Just call them Elementals, Atlus.
All right then.
Well, we could up our tolerance, our wisdom, or I could get +2 endurance from the bath bomb, which honestly is kind of tempting. I do need rank 4 wisdom for a Hulkenberg, though, I think. So we should probably do that. I kind of want the +2 endurance, though. Let's get wisdom with Hulkenberg for now. Once we return, I'd like to settle the score with Rodante. If my witness is prepared, let us go challenge him to a duel.
Indeed.
Tis true there's no substitute for actual battle, tabletop games, yada yada. Yeah, let's play Anime Villainous! Let's play Anime Villainous. I'll destroy you.
Yes.
Considering the current flow of the battle. Checkmate. It was an even battle, but within the span of a turn, I suddenly found myself cornered. Come now, 'tis too early in the battle for so sullen an expression. If your foe mobilizes a large force, then surely an opening may be found.
What should we do?
Your enemies marshal their full might to breach your defenses, all whilst leaving their own base wide open. How do you respond? Full-scale counter.
That means
Counterattack with every single unit I have.
See.
Advantages should be seized, yes, but would be a hollow victory to completely abandon your own base. A balance between offense and defense must be maintained. That coward talk. Coward talk!
All right.
All offense, all the time.
Well then.
Do you understand now? If so, show me with your next move. I have so much mag. I think I'm not using my hero fruit stuff often enough. Oi! Oi, we're under attack! We're all gonna die! They're throwing bombs at us, but for all the love of all that is holy, do not come up here in your pajamas! Please change into your normal clothes first. I would rather die than see you fight these monsters in your jammies.
Bird gets the glory, what? Let's have a spot of
Get 'em.
ingenuity.
Alright, I mean, you guys should be made of, like, paper mache,
Wind should solve this.
theoretically.
Let's blow them over their weak to fire.
Oh, I must be assassin.
Time to die.
Some darker arts.
Bam, but it's 69, nice.
We can come forth.
Alright, I'm gonna burn you to death. Goodbye.
In the name of
Yo, these things are called papyrus? Can I get some bone trestle playing, please? Ooh, why hello there.
I leave it to
Only
you.
one
Fancy seeing you dead.
You hit their weakness.
Now, what's the plan?
Lift?
Opening, Captain.
Unheard of?
Right there.
That means you're gonna give a decent buff. Give me those points, punk. Ooh, baby, look at that archetype experience. You'll love to see it.
To ever greater heights.
Yes! Assassin's at 10 already, okay. Hulkenberg has got the Magic Knight at 11, so 9 more, and then you have to get Wizard to 10 as well for the class I wanted. Increase evasion by 5%, boost increase if archetypes of the same lineage are present. Yeah. Electric dodge will also be really good when you get to that.
Appreciated.
Thank you, nice work out there. That should keep the baddies at bay. All right, yeah, I got it. Don't worry, Nearest.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
Time do always just be marching. Dude, I love the duel runner music, or gauntlet runner music so much.
All right.
It's so good. Can you take a bath during the day?
Go.
It's probably only at night, right? I don't think we'd be able to effectively use the bath water while the thing is moving. Yeah, only at camp. I figured, but I had to check. You never know. Games are weird sometimes. We don't have anyone to hang out with, so I guess I'm gonna read a book that I've already read. Because I have, like, nothing else to do. Oh, I didn't mean to press X on that one. No, I don't want imagination. This one's persuasion. What's this one? Yeah, give me more eloquence. I could use that.
Now then.
Ooh, baby, 4 points. Gimme. Oh, that got us to 3. Nice. Urbane? What does that even mean? Chat, I don't want to have to type it into Google. Someone tell me what urbane means. I know what urban means.
Why, that's...
I mean, it has to have something to do with being well-spoken, but...
We could stop for a break.
Ahoy, break time chums. There's something up ahead, so we'll be stopping there.
The Gauntlet Runner arrives at a spectacular waterfall northwest of Brylehaven, the Peregrine Falls. The water cascading down from the river between the canyons is among the kingdom's finest vistas. Thanks in part to the monuments carved into rocky cliffs. Is the rumbling echo simply the water plummeting into the basin below? Or the roar of the Mage King?
I didn't realize there was like a fancy place to stop at. Ooh, I do like waterfalls. Means elegant, courteous, means you're well-traveled. Ah, okay, I see. What could this be? Yet again, it seems we found ourselves within the most peculiar of places. Something is just barely visible beyond the waterfall's veil. A statue, perhaps? It must be. They look like faces, but why would anyone go through all the trouble of carving something like that behind a waterfall?
Besides,
And aren't their expressions kind of scary? Their pained expressions make it look as though they're just moments away from death. It must be difficult to carve the rock in a place like this. Just whose face could that be, anyway?
Mayhap.
'Tis perhaps the likeness of one of the old hero kings. I believe a legend involving the Mage King is set within this region. I'd not question it if you told me this was all created with the Mage King's magic. They say he mastered immensely powerful forces, which he used to protect his people.
Just
I cannot help but think what would drive someone to go to such great lengths to carve such a terrifying monument upon these stones.
What's that about?
Maybe they wanted to warn us of something. You may be right. For all his power, the Mage King suffered great misfortunes throughout his final years. Perhaps this serves as a warning to those who would follow him. Power closes as many doors as it opens. Regardless of the intent with which you wield it, you may yet become feared and ostracized. That's kind of sad when you think about it. When you put it that way, it almost feels like the roar of the waterfall is meant to represent the Mage King's cries of anguish.
Yes.
If that is indeed true, then we may best honor these sentiments by etching this place within our memory. We may think on it more, but 'tis time to return to the runner. Ooh, I just get free wisdom for that? PogChamp? We need wisdom right now for Hulkenberg soon. That's nice.
hello.
While the peculiarities of these waterfalls are up for debate, their majesty is not. I made a nice little record of this site. Do take it with you. All right. I'll give this drawing to Maria later. I headed back to the runner, imagining the surprised expressions that would appear on her face when I tell her about this place. We've almost maxed out Maria. She's like rank 6, isn't she? I did not expect her to rank
Their
up so
destination
fast.
is the Tomb of Lament, found north of Oceania. Interred beneath the earth here lie the victims of a terrible epidemic. It is said the lamentations of the lost echo throughout, disfiguring the somber burial ground into a mass grave for criminals and the kinless. The vindictive spirits conjure restless monsters. And it is here that the gauntlet runner comes to an uneasy halt.
They spend time doing voiceover for that, like the little walking between areas on the Gauntlet Runner, when instead they could have voiced all of the rank ups. Come on, game. Well, this is the tomb we've been looking for, is it not? What's our next course of action? We defeat the monster in the back and retrieve the Chalice of Legends. They say there's a ghost in there, but do you think that's really it? Think back to the Grand Cathedral with Zorba and his profane arts. We witnessed specters that could easily bear such a label. It is likely, if not certain, that people have simply mistaken the true nature of this monstrosity.
Well,
I can understand why people might wish the dead could return, but let's find this thing and put an end to the rumors.
also,
I've heard of weapons and ancient treasures being buried in these places, but they're probably off the main path.
My thanks.
Rogue, we follow your lead. All right. Just a second, I sensed something. Yeah, I was about to say, we're due a Neuris artifact. This feeling, it's...
so hey,
Is there something there? It was only for a moment, but I thought I sensed one of the relics Neuris is looking for. Make sure you don't miss any treasure chests, okay? Let's go.
hey, so
Graveyard skeletons reminds me of the Grand Cathedral. I know there may be treasure here, but let's be judicious. Shall we go in? I've finished with preparations. A monster desecrating a place of rest. We cannot abide this threat to the dead's peace. I've already finished preparing, give the word, yada yada. Normally I would object to disturbing the dead, but these graves will know no peace if that monster is not slain. I've made my preparations. All right, cool. What was the info that I got about this one? Get rid of whatever is new here. It was all the way at the bottom. I should have gone in the opposite direction for that. The Ogre's Fists. Normal attacks inflict Hex. That's insane. Hex is like super OP, isn't it? I feel like it is. All right. Do Ghost of the Tomb of Lament. When we paid the informant for intel, they slipped us this note.
want in on this?
Tomb of Lament. Of course, I can tell you all about it. The bounty's called Fatalich. People say it's a ghost. That's scary enough on its own, but the real horror is how it summons a two-headed beast called the Commenza. Right, okay, I remember this vaguely.
Between us.
It's not just fighting two enemies at once that's the problem. When the Commenza's around, Fatalich gets stronger, so we have to kill Commenza first. It uses powerful dark magic, or so I heard from a bounty hunter who narrowly escaped. Better either prepare ways to protect against magic or use the Commenza's weakness wind to take it out quick. As you might expect, the Fatal Lich is weak to light. Couldn't hurt to keep
No
that handy.
kidding.
Okay. There's a Guptaris over there too. Its attacks are incredibly strong after it builds power, but I've heard it's weak to spears and bows. That's about it. Watch your step. Okay. All right. What level difficulty is this bounty? Grieving Ghost of the Goblin. 4 stars, so we should be high enough level for this, because I think 4.5 stars was the one with like the level 38 enemy.